Okay, so we watched that video the other day, the one of the apps. The coward dog, where are we? Here. Addiction to apps. So let's talk about it, right? Oh, wait, I have the answers. Hell no. We cannot find it. Here we are. Let me erase the answers because that's precisely the fact that we need to check. Did you have chance to watch the video this week, or were you really busy?
I didn't watch the video, only the occasion that we saw in the class.
On Monday. Okay, then let's give yourself some minutes to watch it again, shall we? Let's check it out.
I can't stop looking at my phone, but I'm not alone. Over 2.5 billion people have smartphones now, and a lot of them are having a hard time putting them down.
There's a new app that aims to curb phone addiction.
Addiction is money.
Are we a nation of smartphone addicts?
The problem is, our devices are designed to keep us engaged. They're intentionally addicting. But if you understand the tricks that grab your attention, you can learn to have a healthier relationship with your phone.
I think we're living inside of 2 billion Truman shows. Where, Truman Show, you wake up and everything is sort of coordinated just for you and you usually don't even realize it. But it's coordinating just to entertain you or just to engage you.
That's Tristan Harris. He worked as Google's design ethicist, and now he runs a nonprofit initiative called Time Well Spent, advocating for awareness of how tech companies profit off of users' attention.
It's not designed to help us, it's just designed to keep us hooked.
So I handed him my phone and asked him how he'd fix it. It starts with turning off all notifications, except for when a real human is trying to reach you. When you get a call, a text, or a message, it's usually because another person wants to communicate with you. But a lot of today's apps simulate the feeling of that kind of social interaction to get you to spend more time on their platform. If Facebook sends you a push notification that a friend is interested in an event near you, they're essentially acting like a puppet master, leveraging your desire for social connection so that you use the app more. But notifications didn't always work like this. When push notifications were first introduced for email on Blackberries in 2003, they were actually seen as a way for you to check your phone less. You could easily see emails as they came in, so you didn't have to repeatedly open your phone to refresh an inbox. But today you can get notifications from any app on your phone. So every time you check it, you get this grab bag of notifications that can make you feel a broad variety of emotions.
If it wasn't random, if it was predictably bad or predictably good, then you would not get addicted. The predictability would take out the addictiveness.
That's the same logic behind slot machines. And it's effective. Slot machines make more money in the US than baseball, movies, and theme parks combined. And they become addicting about 3 to 4 times faster than other kinds of gambling. Some apps even replicate the process of pulling a slot machine lever with the pull to refresh feature. That's a conscious design choice. Those apps are usually capable of continuously updating content, but the pull action provides an addicting illusion of control over that process. In the future, we might see healthier ways of delivering notifications. Research shows that bundling notifications, where phones deliver a batch of updates at set times, reduces user stress. Then, you have to grayscale your screen. The easiest way to attract your eye's attention on a screen is through color. Human eyes are sensitive to warm colors. In eye tracking tests like this one, they gravitate particularly to bright red. That's why so many apps have redesigned their icons to be brighter, bolder, and warmer over the years. It's also why notification bubbles are red. A little icon like this, or this, doesn't have the same impact on your attention as this. But you can neutralize that distracting effect by selecting a grayscale color filter in your phone's accessibility settings. When you make everything black and white, your brain isn't tricked into thinking this is any more important to you than this.
I mean, there's a reason why slot machines are, bright in color and have flashing lights and ding, 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 ding. They have the sensory input too, right?
Let's keep it over there because the answers are behind that. There is something about the addictiveness. Why are notifications addictive? Yeah, according to Tristan. So that's going to be the answers, okay? You're going to help me answer the first one. What do you remember about Tristan Harris? What's his job? What does he do? What about him?
I got that he's the director of I don't know, organization, something like that, called Well Time Spent.
Yes, that's right. That can actually give us a little bit of a like a push
And
to understand this.
And he I got that his labor is about reduce the use of cell phones, or I don't know if it's cell phones or technology that are part of the real world.
Nice. Okay, you have some idea. Be careful. Every time you use the connector about, you need a noun. So all the verbs that you say after about, you need to transform them to ing. So you said, if I remember well, you said he did something about helping or help. I don't remember what you said.
Apart us.
Oh, that was after. That was after. I'm talking about previous ideas.
Okay.
Whenever you say about, use an ing.
Okay.
And the word apart is a description. No, it's a connector in English. You need the verb set apart.
Oh, set apart.
Exactly. It's set somebody apart. It's a separable phrasal verb. To set us apart, to set everybody apart, etc. You need a person.
Okay.
Let's listen to that part so you can get literal information, okay?
Yes.
52.
You wake up and everything coordinating just.
He worked as Google's design ethicist.
But it's coordinating just to entertain you or just to engage you.
That's Tristan Harris. He worked as Google's design ethicist, and now he runs a nonprofit initiative called Time Well Spent, advocating for awareness of how tech companies profit off of users' attention.
That's the answer. So,
Non-profit.
yeah, okay.
Oh.
Non-profit. Non-profit. Okay. Something that we need to recall from before vacation, we were talking about phrases, no? Find the verbs and start complementing everything from the verb.
Okay.
Do you have any one? I don't think so.
No.
Let's listen again.
Okay.
Called Time Well. Tristan Harris.
Just
as Google's design.
Entertain you or just to engage you.
That's Tristan Harris. He worked as Google's design ethicist, and now he runs a nonprofit initiative called Time Well Spent, advocating for awareness of how tech companies profit off of users' attention.
Is.
Is.
is only is, teacher.
That's it, really?
Yes.
Yeah. So you are focusing on the global idea.
And also advocate.
Okay.
He sounds for me to this fruit, delicious fruit.
Avocado?
Yes, but it's advocate, no?
No, avocado is different.
Sorry,
The pronunciation is avocado. And this one is advocate.
advocate. Okay.
So that is very, very different. But okay, you have it. Advocate, and that's it. There's another here. Okay, so there are a lot of verbs. There's this one. No, only this. The first word is. And that's it. 4 verbs. Okay, so let's complement it. Carlita, are you there?
Yes, I'm here.
Perfect. You're going to. Are you away from home?
Yes, yes, but don't worry, teacher. I
Yes.
don't write in this moment. Yes, only if
Perfect.
you listen voices in the phone. It's because I am not at home.
That's okay. That's cool. Okay, if you are not
Okay.
driving, that's perfect. If you are
Yes.
driving, then you are not participating tonight. That's okay.
Okay.
So you need to find the verbs. Let's listen again.
Yes.
It's called Time Well Spent. Harris.
Just to entertain you, or just to engage you.
That's Tristan Harris. He worked as Google's design ethicist, and now he runs a nonprofit initiative called Time Well Spent, advocating for awareness of how tech companies profit off of users' attention.
No, I only I listen a profit, but it's not a verb.
Profit is a verb.
Yes,
Oh,
but
yes,
it's not
Melissa.
a noun. Oh, okay.
Yes, it exists as a
Look
noun,
at the companies.
but profit, the concept of money is a
Mhm.
noun. But
Okay.
to profit is to obtain a certain amount of money that is like extra, you know. I don't have it in the vocabulary. Oh my God, no, I don't have it there because profit actually is a verb too.
Okay.
There we go. Okay.
Okay, teacher.
Second
Perfect.
repetition.
Okay. Yes, please.
I can't.
Coordinating just to entertain you, or just to engage you.
That's Tristan Harris. He worked as Google's design ethicist, and now he runs a nonprofit initiative called Time Well Spent, advocating for awareness of how tech companies profit off of users' attention.
Works and give you. I listen. This.
Give you, nah, we never have a give
No,
you.
give you. Okay.
Okay, let's give you, and that's pretty much it. Okay, so let's go back to Elsie. Elsie, did you find the last verb?
I don't think so. I'm confused. I think that I hear design.
Kinda. In this case, design is a noun.
Mm.
It's not part of the verbs. But yeah, he said design. Second repetition, huh? I'll repeat.
Called Time Well Spent. Harris. He worked as Google's design ethicist, and now he runs a nonprofit initiative called Time Well Spent, advocating for awareness of how tech companies profit off of users' attention.
You are muted, eh?
I can hear the other verb.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow, okay. Interesting. Oh, something that can help you is, remember this should be person verb complement. So if you find a person, the next word is a verb. Okay. One more time. Final repetition.
Called Time Well Spent. He worked as Google's design ethicist, and now he runs a nonprofit initiative called
Was?
Sounds similar, but no. Of course, the person is he, because we are describing Tristan. No? But it's not was. Let's go now to Carlita. Do you have it?
Sorry, teachers. I know.
Problem? Technical
No,
issues?
I'm not. Yes, I not have a verb.
Ah,
I
Spanglish,
listen the
Spanglish,
song.
Spanglish.
Sorry, I
Ah,
don't.
ah.
I don't have a verb.
You don't have a verb. Oh, that's so sad.
No.
Well, I have to give you the verb.
Yes.
The verb that we have right here is the verb run. Okay. Run in this context is the action of putting into practice. Run, run, run. It's not here yet, really. Come on, Fernando, from the past. I was sure it was here. Okay, I need to add over here profit as a verb. And a run in the context that we are talking about. In this context, I think this is C1 vocabulary. Let's check. To run. As a sport, take part of race, manage. Oh, it's B1. It's actually easy. That's probably the reason I didn't include it here. Run, manage, to be in charge of a business campaign, etc. For example, to run a hotel. If you run a hotel, it's because you manage a hotel. You have all the control, the management control of this hotel. Profits, money management, hiring people, HR, etc. In this case, if you are the manager of a department in your office, in your job, you run the department. I run a language, for example. Did you understand it?
Yes.
Yes, teacher.
That's the run that you were missing over here. Having these verbs, now we can find the rest of the idea. I think, Elsie, you have the beginning. Am I right?
I remember that is
Uh-huh.
Tristan Harris.
Get accustomed to contractions. That's going to help you.
That's Tristan Harris.
That's Tristan Harris comment. Okay, continue.
I.
Designed to help us. It's just designed to keep us hooked.
So I handed him my as Google.
It's coordinating just to entertain you or just to engage you.
That's Tristan Harris. He worked as Google's design ethicist, and now he runs a nonprofit initiative called Time Well Spent.
I hear something like he worked, but then correct is works. He works.
Almost. We are going to check if he works in present or he works in past. That's something we need to check. Where does he or did he work?
I hear he work.
Ah, nice. If you hear he worked, it's because it's in past.
Oh.
Because the D is very tenuous. The S is very evident. But if you remove the S, it's incorrect. You cannot say he worked.
Mhm.
Therefore, the only option is past. He worked. With a very tenuous D.
Okay. And then I hear something like designersness. But I can recognize the word.
No problem. That's okay. Do you have anything else after that?
No.
Let's listen again. Second repetition.
He worked as Google's...
Entertain you, or just to engage you.
That's Tristan Harris. He worked as Google's design ethicist, and now he runs a nonprofit initiative called Time Well Spent.
Call time well spent.
Exactly. All time was spent. Okay, you have that. What else?
Nothing.
Really? Okay,
Third repetition.
He worked as Google's design ethicist, and now he runs a nonprofit initiative called Time Well Spent.
And now he
Yes.
runs
Exactly.
an non-profit
Oh, pronunciation. He never said profile.
non-profit
Exactly. But pronunciation.
profit
Exactly. It's not profit. It's profit. Profit.
profit.
That's right.
He runs a non-profit
Beautiful. Nice.
and I don't remember the word organization,
right.
something like that.
Something like that. Yes, in your mind you paraphrase it, but it's something similar. Mhm. Well, we need help. Carlita, she had 3 chances. 3 chances are for you. Okay.
Okay.
1, 2, 3.
He worked as Google's...
Entertain you, or just to engage you.
That's Tristan Harris. He worked as Google's design ethicist, and now he runs a nonprofit initiative called Time Well Spent.
He worked as Google design. The other word I didn't catch
Okay.
after design. But I think if it's as Google design, I don't know what is the
position.
yes, Google design. No, design of Google's
Excellent.
apostrophe is Google's
That's the
design.
reason I put the question marks, because it was not Google. You cannot work as Google. You know, you can work
Yes.
as Google something with apostrophe S. Nice. What else?
Give me one. The last part, I listen advocating, but I am not sure.
Yes.
Time well spent advocating. In this part I catch only.
Don't worry about the second part. That's gonna be the second discovery. First, we need to finish the first part so we can understand that.
Okay.
last piece.
Okay.
Okay. One more time.
Advocating worked as Google's
Entertain you, or just to engage you.
That's Tristan Harris. He worked as Google's design ethicist, and now he runs a nonprofit initiative called Time Well Spent.
He runs a nonprofit initiative called Time Well Spent.
Good.
But I am not understand the word that continues to design. Is
I
this
am not
is
understanding. You use ing.
um,
No, if you use the verb to
yes.
be, you need ing.
Yes,
Repeat,
I'm
repeat.
not
I am not.
understanding. Yes.
I'm not understanding that part. Okay, let's listen again. Final repetition. You have one last chance.
Harris. He worked as Google's design ethicist.
Ethicist is the word, but I am not sure the meaning, teacher.
Of course,
Ethicist.
but at least you are obeying phonetics, and that's the important part.
Mhm.
With
Mhm.
phonetics, you can find and discriminate words.
Mm,
And now that you have a word, you can say, excuse me, what does an ethicist do?
okay.
You know, because
Mhm.
when you have the discrimination of the word, you can separate that word from the context and you can create a question. What's an ethicist?
Mhm.
But now you are pronouncing the word.
Yes.
An ethicist is a person that works with and studies the moral principles that control or influence a person's behavior over app development and digital well-being. That's a very, very particular position that Google has. Because of course, one of the most important things that cell phones and digital media provide is mental problems, you know? So an ethicist is now a position, is a formal profession in this type of companies, especially technology,
Mhm.
big tech, you know? Facebook should have, or they're supposed to have a an ethicist department, but there's a lot of issues with Facebook and Instagram, and things like that. The word ethicist comes from the word ethics. Which in high school and secondary, it was something that we had in school. Moral principles that control or influence a person's behavior. See,
Okay, teacher.
got it? So what was Tristan Harris in the past, Carlita? Complete idea.
He worked as Google's design ethicist.
Correct. Confirmation.
I can't.
Money.
Are we
Real just to engage you.
That's Tristan Harris. He worked as Google's design ethicist, and now he runs a nonprofit initiative called Time Well Spent.
So in a sentence, I have the full curriculum of this person. Okay, let's check what is time well spent advocating. The second part is about time well spent, his nonprofit organization, okay, or his nonprofit initiative. Elsie, you go first.
Advocating for awareness of how tech companies profit off of users' attention.
Of a user's attention.
Okay,
At the beginning, awarenesses.
that word, you are pronouncing it with extra syllables. What's the word again? Can you repeat it?
Awarenesses.
It's incomplete. You need a letter at the beginning. Let me check if you know this word.
Awarenesses.
Exactly. Yes. Now, the last syllable is extra.
Awareness.
Exactly. The word awareness is the one we need.
Awareness.
Do you remember what is that?
To understand something or
Kinda.
no.
To create a, no, to make something. No. Let's understand aware. Okay. Aware is when you know something is, yes, understand, but understand in a way that is evident to you when in the past it was not evident. For example, let's imagine in your teenagers, when you were 15 years old, 14 years old, you started recognizing some things that in the past you didn't know or you didn't pay attention to. This is the moment when people build awareness. They start recognizing and understanding things that happen around.
Okay.
Okay, that's a very, very important word when you are talking about non-profit organizations, because they provide awareness. It's like, hey, attention to this, or be careful, attention to that. Okay. Do you understand the word? Do you get it?
Yes.
Okay, let's listen then again.
It's time well spent advocating for awareness of how tech companies profit off of users' attention.
I miss the words.
Okay, you were thinking about other things. Repetition.
It's time well spent advocating for awareness of how tech companies profit off of users' attention.
Advocating for
Yeah.
awareness. Awareness. That's it.
That's it. No problem. Final repetition.
Called time well spent advocating for awareness of how tech companies profit off of users' attention.
Sorry. No.
Nothing? Really?
Really.
That's too bad. Help us, Carla. Do you need to listen again, or do you have some words?
I have some words advocating for awareness how tech companies,
Okay.
and I am not sure the word profit. I need to listen again to complete.
Sure. Let's listen. 1, 2, 3.
Called time well spent advocating for awareness of how tech companies profit off of users' attention.
How tech companies profit users' attention of? I am not sure if I listen, teacher.
Okay. Okay. It's interesting because, well, he is using the word of very tenuously, but he's using it.
Okay.
Okay. Especially because when you have the word for companies, when you have the word profit as a verb, oops, profit as a verb. If you see the chunks, you have from and by. Oh, really? Wait, let me check the dictionary. Oxford. Prof. Profit. Profit as a verb. It's not in dictionary. Jesus Christ. Okay. For some reason, okay. Associations, word associations, profit, prepositions. Profit collocation examples. Profit for purpose or not, preposition, profit against, profit at a, profit for, profit on. Jesus Christ, he's not here. With adjectives, prepositions. From. And from again. But I hear off. Okay, anyway, let's listen again and let's find more expressions.
Okay.
Okay, listen.
Called Time Well Spent, advocating for awareness of how tech companies profit off of users' attention.
Profit of users.
Aha,
Profit
exactly.
of profit. But it's not repeat of, or it's of with double F.
Exactly.
Of.
You
Okay.
are totally correct. That's the reason I didn't want to search the complete expression. I wanted to check if profit alone used the verb of, the preposition of, but profit of probably does. That is not even in this dictionary. Aha, profit of. You see? So you can profit off of something, and you can also say capitalize on. This is a perfect synonym. Of course, you can use a
Okay.
connector from, but this is a phrasal verb.
Okay.
The phrasal verb in this case is to profit off. It means to generate profit in an explosive manner. The of, with only one F, is used in the same way as from.
Okay. Okay. So profit of is a phrasal verb.
Exactly.
Okay.
And
Okay.
the collocation or the chunk
And the
is
chunk.
the connector of.
Okay. It's incorrect to say profit of from.
Exactly. That sounds
Okay.
strange.
Okay.
So you have option one, profit of, profit from. Option two, profit of.
Okay.
Okay. Final word. You have 3 chances. Let's go with Elsie. Do you have the last word?
I think that is about.
About, for awareness about how tech companies, it can be, but I think it's different. Let's listen to it again.
Called Time Well Spent, advocating for awareness of how tech companies profit off of users' attention.
Is that about, did you hear it?
A little.
What did you hear?
Huh?
What did you hear?
Out.
Out.
I think that is about, but I hear about in a reduced form or something like that.
it's incorrect, because if you say it's only the only word that you're missing, it's only one word. This specific point is only one word. So advocating for awareness about how tech companies profit matches in context, but the sound is very different. You know, the phonetic is never out. Never, 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 never. It's super short. Listen to it again.
Initiative called Time Well Spent, advocating for awareness of how tech companies profit off of user.
Of?
Exactly, milady.
Mhm.
That's correct. Let's watch the segment with subtitles.
There's a nonprofit initiative called Time. It's Tristan Harris. He worked as Google's design ethicist, and now he runs a nonprofit initiative called Time Well Spent, advocating for awareness of how tech companies profit off of users' attention.
Ta-da! How was it? Easy or difficult?
Difficult for me.
Yes,
Also for me.
I agree. Don't worry. Don't worry. But what really, really helped, it was finding the verbs first. If you get the verbs, the rest can be analyzed in many different ways. But at least we know what is going on in the sentence. We understand that we are talking about his curriculum. We are talking about where he worked before and where he works in this moment, things like that. So everything with verbs and analysis comes out. There you have it, guys. Emphasis with T and initiative with T. That's it. Girls, this was your practice for the day. Right? Let's leave a little bit early today. You need to rest. I need to rest. And I'll see you next Monday.
Teacher, in the class,
Yes, yes.
Carla and me
Uh-huh.
are the only now?
No. We still have some people, but they have been, some of them are on vacation and others were late because it's Friday, probably.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, don't worry. We still need. And actually, there are some people coming too. I'm talking with a couple of people that are going to come.
Okay.
Let's hopefully we have them soon.
Okay. Thank you. Good night,
You too.
everyone.
Have a very good night. I'll see you later.
You too. Thank you. Bye bye.
Bye.